Let's go. Hello, Mike Carson.
How are you, Jason?
I am finer than a hair hanging around on a biscuit, my friend.
I've never had a hair hanging on a biscuit.
Never had.
I don't think I'd eat that biscuit.
Depends on where it came from. I mean, Cracker Barrel biscuits are pretty good, gotta say.
They are pretty good.
Yeah, and they're made from scratch. I think somebody scratches, puts a hair in it, and we're good to go.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh man, we got a good one coming up here today. That's for sure.
Yeah. Why you don't need more leads, you need better systems.
You don't need more. You just need to manage better.
It's weird as a marketing guy saying that, but it's true.
It is. Yeah. I think every business owner says the same thing. I just need more leads, Mike. Get me more leads. That's all I need.
Yep.
But here's the truth. Most of us are already sitting on a lot of gold, right? We just don't have some kind of a system to mine that gold. So you don't need more calls. You just need to stop leaking the ones that you already paid for, right? So that's what we're going to be diving in and talking to about.
Leads are just like money. If you don't know how to manage what you got, then why would you want more? There's
a song there, but it's different. Got my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
Hopefully you had a good weekend. Hope everybody out there had a good weekend. We weren't here last week because I was in Miami and I just didn't feel like getting up early and doing it.
He was hanging with Will Smith in Miami, weren't you?
I don't know. Is that where he's from? Does that answer your question?
He's got a song about Miami. So, that's just hanging on that 90s and 2000s rappers for some reason.
Something like that.
Yeah.
No, I was at a marketing conference learning more about getting people leads.
There you go.
More about lead generation. So
fresh on the brain, and there you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
So
start with a prayer. You want to go with the prayer?
Start with a prayer. You want to do it, or you want me to do it?
Yeah. Either way, sounds good. I'll tackle the prayer this time because I've done verse quite a bit. So
okay.
Right. Here we go. Father God, just help us to be good stewards of what you've already provided us with, the gold that you've already given us. Teach us not to chase more before we've learned how to manage what's already in our hands, and give us wisdom to build systems that honor you and serve others well. And above all, let people see your love through our actions. Amen.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
All right. So I got a few verses that I could go through, but the first one I kind of like because it's just very different. Proverbs 27:23 says, "Be sure you know the condition of your flocks. Give careful attention to your herds." So if you don't know the condition of your business and the people in your business and the leads that you're bringing in and the customers that you have, then how do you know what condition they're in, right? The condition of your flocks is everything. The condition of your money, your finances. It can be applied to so many different things in different areas of your life. Give careful attention to your herds.
Yeah.
So that means all the things that you are in charge of caring for.
Yep.
Right?
Know your numbers, know your systems.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So let's get into it.
You said that's Proverbs 27:23, right?
27:23, yeah.
That's pretty good. I like it.
So there's a lot of false stuff out there, like you said earlier. Everybody wants more. Everybody wants more money. Everybody wants more this, more that, more leads. And it's kind of a false belief, honestly. Yeah. I literally just met with somebody today. They wanted to inquire about our services. After learning a bunch about their business, I said, you don't need to hire someone like us because you've got so many systems that you can optimize and so many little tweaks that you're not even ready to hire someone like me because you can't handle what we would throw at you.
You want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
I mean, I said it in a nice way, and he understood, and I explained why. I went deep, and consulted with the guy, but he just thought he needed more leads, and he thought that was the only way to grow, and it's not. You have to have the foundation done first. So
good.
More leads often equal more chaos if your systems are weak. So that's what I had to explain to him. He didn't have a lead problem. He had a conversion problem. He had a scheduling problem. He had no follow-up.
Yeah.
He has no CSR answering his phones. All these things could totally increase your revenue if you would just optimize your internal systems in your business.
Yeah.
Then you go out and you hire a marketing company. Then you go out and start, doing pay per lead if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Which I am totally against, by the way, for many, many reasons. But it's the same thing. If you don't have your systems in place, it's like pouring water into a bucket full of holes. The more water you add is not going to fix anything else. Everything just runs right out of it.
Yeah.
So
that's good. Simply put, like you said, if your follow-up's sloppy, your phone's ringing into voicemail or an answering machine, maybe your CSRs aren't booking confidently, more leads, like you said, just expose your weaknesses faster. It's amazing. It's funny you say this because I actually have a social media post coming out. I think I've got it scheduled for Friday, talking about answering machines versus even AI receptionists. And over 80% of customers would actually rather talk to a conversational AI than have to leave a voicemail or an answering machine message. And believe it or not, there are still companies out there using answering machines, the old reel tape, type of answering machine. I've talked to a few lately, and it's just like, are you kidding me? So think about that. Literally with our AI, we're seeing more and more people leaving and talking with the conversational AI, and the AI is becoming even better and even better. And again, we got live, receptionists as well that are even more sympathy, more empathy, but the AI is coming out incredible. And next generation is
better and better over the next few years.
Few months. The next generation AI is coming out here in the next few months, and it's going to be even harder to differentiate between talking with a live person and an AI. It's not years, it's months. Literally,
it's moving so fast. But I mean, think where we are now, and then a year from now or 2 years from now, how much better it's going to be, even compared to just a few months.
I'm excited about it. Like, we jumped on this train early, and we're starting to see the momentum happen now, and so we're excited about it at my office help. So I'm going to put this out here. This is my QR code. So this is my personal business card. So it'll take you to jasonshadowin.com. So you can either scan the QR code or go to jasonshadowin.com, which is right here. And if you want to book a time to just pick my brain, or you want to talk one-to-one, you want to do a demo of our services, just go right there, jasonshadowin.com. There's a book a Zoom with Jason link. And let's just talk. Let's have a conversation. I love talking with people. So that's my little pitch there.
It's a lot to implement on your own.
Oh, yeah.
So
100%.
You're better off hiring an agency to do this for you.
Yeah. So what we're going to talk about some systems that multiply your leads, right? So if you've got good functions and you've got the good, what's that stuff they slap on? You see the commercials all the time where they slap on the side of a bucket when it's leaking, or they put it inside of a, what's that stuff called?
Oh my gosh, I forgot.
Yeah, if I hadn't mentioned it, you would have been like, yeah, it's that stuff. Flex tape.
Exactly.
Flex tape.
Yeah. Flex tape.
So if you got some really good
flex steel
or Gorilla Glue, to fill those buckets in, let's talk about some systems that may help with actually, getting these leads to make you money, right?
So what's the first thing that you got to have?
A response system. And speed wins. So the quicker you can respond to something, the quicker you're gonna. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go here today. Okay, this might kick me in the butt, but I hope not. I called a heating and air company today. They have a tune-up. It's a local company. They have a tune-up that's going out. It's $99 tune-up. They'll come out, check your system out for $99, make sure it's good to go for the winter. So I'm like, all right. I haven't had our system tuned up, since summer last year. I didn't do it this year for some reason. Everything looked fine to me. Everything was cleaned out really good. So I called this company up. 5 rings. 5 rings. Some people don't wait till 5 rings. I played the whole system. 5 rings, then it went over to a prompt. Press 1 if you would like to be connected with a live agent. Okay, pressed 1. It connected me to a VA overseas. The VA overseas, you could tell that their English was broken. It was still English, but it was broken. And she did a very fine job. She asked me all the right questions, asked me what I needed, had to repeat myself a few times, but it was almost a 5-minute long conversation just to get my information and what I needed. From there, she said, I will have somebody from scheduling call you back with the time to set up a schedule. Okay, thank you. Click. Still haven't
And
heard from anybody.
this is during regular
during
daytime
regular
working hours.
Yeah, during regular hours. So
not during lunch.
Not during lunch. This was at 1:30 yesterday afternoon, and I still haven't heard anything from them. So yeah, it's like,
and you still haven't heard.
I still haven't heard anything from them. So when I say speed to lead equals money, right? The faster you call, because at this point I could just be calling somebody else, right? So you miss calls. I say this all the time. You'll see it on social media posts. Missed calls equal what? Missed revenue, right? So using AI tools, automation, like my office manager, to catch these calls during the day, after hours. If this company I knew booked online, I would have just jumped online and booked a call online, right? So have those options out there where they can book online, where they can, call in 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. to book a call. This is 1:30 in the afternoon. They should be answering their phone and actually scheduling. And even the VA after hours, or even the VA at 1:30 in the afternoon, should have the ability to jump into their schedule and schedule the calls, unless they just don't want to pay for that. I mean, sometimes maybe that company just, I don't know. But it's going to be a conversation we have this week, I guarantee you, because I know the owner.
Yeah. And, and leading into that story, I'm like, okay, he's going to be a little biased, which naturally would be.
Thursday afternoon.
However, the more complete the story got, the more I was like, yeah, he's not being biased. That's just not cool.
Yeah. Thursday afternoon, I'll be walking to his office. So I would say, again, the follow-up process. If they're having to leave a message, call them soon. Don't let it wait. Please don't wait. And if anything, send a text, maybe a text within 5 minutes of a missed call or something like that, or a web form. Like I said, hey, book online right here. So you can't close what you don't answer, and you're just missing revenue. So yeah, get a response system and make it fast. That's what I'm kind of trying to say out all this.
And I just came back from this conference last week, and I was hanging out with one of my friends, and he has developed a software that will analyze all of your calls. Okay. Every single phone call that comes in, it analyzes it with 51 data points. And It's amazing. It's not even public yet. However, there's about 100 of us agencies in there using the system, and it's pulling thousands and thousands and thousands of phone records in, right? Mm-hmm. From all these different companies. And most all of us are service companies that are in there, or service companies. And we were sitting outside smoking some stogies, and I said, you got data against everything in your system? Like, can you pull up how many missed calls are from every client, every system, every client's client, right? He says, oh yeah, every call. And he pulled up and it was 25% of all phone calls were missed.
Wow.
Out of thousands of companies.
Mm.
I mean, this was not a small data set. It was
Yeah.
quite large. And he says 25% of the first phone calls made are missed. Another 11% of those are never returned. Those calls are never even returned.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
that tells you right there, there's a massive problem with people losing money. And he's like, just answer your phones. You know how much money that is on the table?
So, all right, we have an insurance company that we just started doing AI for. And this was a referral from a BNI member. If you know BNI, it's Business Networking International. So our live services are only for contractors. We won't go outside of that bubble. For AI, we can do anybody that, doctors, dentists, I don't care, insurance, medical transportation companies. So anyway, this insurance company, we're getting into their fast times right now. And in their first week, we answered is about 430 minutes worth of calls. So first week and a half. And that equated to about 143 missed opportunities, right? So 143 potential missed opportunities that we were able to capture for them. So think about how much is an opportunity worth to you? You go out to a job site, is it worth $250? Is it worth $1,000? Is it worth $20,000? Right? What's a missed opportunity worth to you? So by having some kind of a booking system, be it AI, be it a live person in your office, be it an answering service like My Office Help, you want to have all these good points, right? Confidence for sure closes. You want to create a clear, frictionless process from the inquiry all the way to the job scheduled. You want to train your CSRs with really good tone, sympathy, with empathy, with scripts that inspire trust. When they call, hey, thanks for calling. This is Jason. How can I help you today? Oh, I can take care of that for you. Let's get you taken care of right away, right? Friendly tones, trust. It's huge. It's huge. Tracking your booking rates with your CSRs is a plus as well. We have a minimum of 85% is our booking rate that we want, minimum. Now we're in that 92, 93% on average, but 85% should be your minimum. Some call centers, answering services, they're like 80% or so. Thanks. Shana just walked in with my other water jug. So I have one water jug here, and then the other one, I tend to set it down in a lot of different places. So I'm doubly watered. But the point of it is if your CSRs are not booking more than 85%, you need to train them, right? And so that's something, have a conversation with us. Be glad to help you out with that. Confidence on the phone beats clever marketing anytime, in my opinion. As Mike said, you're already getting the phone calls. Just answer the dang phone. That's a huge part. That's half the battle.
Yeah. I mean, at least then you got a 50-50 chance of winning it is just by answering, right? You get a 100% chance of losing it, if you don't. So just answer it.
Just answer the phone.
So make sure you've got your, we talked about the booking system, all that stuff, obvious stuff, but make sure your retention system. Just because you've gotten a client doesn't mean you don't need to retain them. You need to get those reviews. You need to use some reactivation campaigns. Database reactivation is huge. Referral requests. Make sure that you're turning all those happy customers into your next lead source somehow. Use automated review requests and set up check-in campaigns. Most people think, oh, I've already serviced them, but you're not checking in. You're not checking in a few weeks later. You're not checking in a month and a half or 2 months or 3 months later or 6 months later. Check in. You never know when their stuff might break. Keep yourself in their face.
Yep.
That's what is going to make you memorable, right? Even if they, for some reason, don't remember your business's name, they know that you've been reaching out somehow. They're going to go seeking what method that you reached out, whether it's email, text, phone, whatever. Have a way to reach out. So you were talking about some metrics that matter. What else can we do, Jason? What other metrics should everybody be looking at?
I mean, you started to kind of hit it, and I think the follow-up process is big. Making sure you're setting up campaigns through text messages and emails with check-ins. I think that's very important to get going. So I don't want to pass that up too quickly. EJ is a great example. We've set up some campaigns for him, and within his first 6 months, he was getting a 71% more reviews on Google because of the follow-up process. So, I mean, it takes a lot for us to get in the door of somebody. And it takes a lot of money. So I always like to say, love the one you're with, right? So if you're there, and it still amazes me with appliance companies that they run 6, 7, 8, 12 calls in a day. As an electrician, I would schedule 2, and I would try to get to 3 if I could. But I would spend time with the person I'm with and make sure that they're taken care of 100%. And in the long run, it helped me out. But so don't let that one go by the wayside. You want to make sure you turn those jobs into journeys, right? Think about the journey with these customers and how long you want them to stay with you. Some of them are lifetime. I still have people call me today after 27 years that are still wanting me to do electrical work for them. So, but as far as metrics, gosh, when what gets measured gets managed. You've probably heard that many times. What gets measured gets managed. Yeah. So what gets managed grows. So you want to track things like your lead to booking rate, your average ticket value, your repeat customer percentage, if you're doing any kind of service agreements, what's your conversion rate? I always think 1 out of every 4 persons that you go to, customers, you should be converting. So 25% should be your very minimum conversion rate on service agreements. Your call answer rate, your review conversion rate, so your numbers tell a story, but only if you're disciplined enough to listen to that story. So KPIs are very important in your business. You can set up KPIs for pretty much anything. So, yeah.
I mean, we had a customer that they were spending about $3,000 a month on ads before they came to us, but they were not tracking calls. And once we helped them fix their systems, the booked jobs doubled. And we didn't add a dime for ad spend. We kept out all that the same, but we helped them fix their systems, and we started tracking things, and I started showing the business owner actual true hard data. And I'm like, these are the holes in your system, and this is where money's just leaking, where you're wasting money. It's just you want to grow your business. You want to go, from 600,000 a year to 1.2 million. But you're not going to do that.
I thought you were going to say 1,200,000. It's like, okay,
no. You're not going to do that. You're not going to double the size of your company. And let's face it, once you cross $1 million, it's a whole different ball game, right? Yeah. For most any company. And you've got another set of challenges that you have to deal with at another level. But if you want to go from here to there, you have to fix all that in between so that you can get there more efficiently, right? Without doubling down on ad spend. You're not, just because you want to double your business doesn't mean you throw twice as much money at it. It just doesn't make sense. So we help them fix their systems. They didn't add $1 for ad spend additional, and it literally doubled the book jobs that they had and put them on a perfect trajectory towards that $1.2 million goal that they wanted to have within the next 12 months. That's awesome. you know, it's like I told this guy, I'm like, you have to look at your efficiency before you look at expansion, because, I use that water bucket analogy and said, you're just pouring more into the same leaky bucket. It's still going to leak the same amount. You put a fire hose to it, it's just going to start pouring out of the top because you can't handle it then either. Right. So the only other thing is to get it, once you fix your bucket, the only thing else to do is get a bigger bucket, but you're not going to do that without the systems.
No.
Otherwise you're just buying a bigger leaky bucket.
Yep. And it goes back to what you're saying. You don't need more leads. You just need to tighten up the systems you got in this case.
Right.
So that's a good example. Good example.
Yeah. So before you turn up your ad spend, audit your intake process, audit your CRM follow-up process, and your review and referral flows. The right order is system, scale, sustain. And that's the only way that you can do any of it.
Yeah.
Your system has to be the absolute foundation.
Yeah. Growth without systems isn't success. It's just a bunch of stress. And we all don't want stress.
Yeah. Any of us that have grown at any point through any milestone, we all know that.
Yeah.
Even at this conference that I went to, we focused heavily on systems. Every time I go there 3 times a year, and we focus on systems every single time.
That's pretty cool.
And every single time I find more systems that I have to plug holes in, or fix, or
I like it.
we get too many clients in a month, and it stress tests us to the next level. And every time we take that next tier of growth in our business, we get a different level of holes that we have to fill. So this is a never-ending game that you have to play, but there's only so many fingers on your hand that you can plug holes with, right?
Yep.
Meaning your team. There's only so many fingers that you and your team have that can plug those holes.
It's
so
going to cost a lot of money.
You need to slow down, fix your systems, and then take a step forward.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I cut you off. What did you say?
I said you're just going to take a whole lot more expensive flex tape. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's been a pretty good one. I think to wrap it up is just saying be faithful with what you have, right? You don't need more leads. You just need to maximize the ones that you've already got. So you got some action steps for us this week?
I do. Audit your lead handling process this week. Fix one bottleneck, whether it's missed calls, poor booking process, or slow follow-up. Just pick one of those. We know that you all have at least one of those. Somewhere somebody has a leak there. So just pick one. Exactly. Pick one and work on it. Plug it up, fix it. Track the difference for 30 days, and I guarantee you'll be pleased. But like Jason said, what gets measured gets managed, and it grows.
Flex tape is not a permanent fix. All right, we're going to just say that right out here. So
no, not at all.
You may have to get a new bucket. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that about wraps it up. Get out there and go get that bag. Join the Service Alliance group. Get systems like this that make every lead count at servicealliancegroup.com. And this way, pay the fee.
Pay the fee. All you got to do is just simply like, subscribe, share, follow, all that good stuff. Service Alliance Group, yes, Appliance Marketing Pros, and My Office Help, or Jason Shadowin on your favorite social media site or YouTube. And once again, if you want to, get in touch with me and we'll do something. We'll have a conversation. I don't know, smoke a cigar. I don't care. Just scan that QR code or go to jasonshadowin.com and let's have a conversation. That's all I got to say. You got a mastermind coming up on November 15th.
We do.
What's that all about?
And this is a good one. November 15th, Zach is leading this one, Goals to Succeed With. So make sure that you're there. If you're
Zach.
an all access member at Service Alliance Group.
It was funny because I came across a video from House Call Pro today, and I texted Zach. It was from, I would say, every bit of 2016, 2017 when they did a testimonial video with Zach, and he's a little bit lighter, and he looked a lot younger. But I mean, you got to realize that was like 7, 8, 9 years ago still. So I mean, we've all aged quite a bit.
He was a lot younger.
A little bit of time frame. And so I texted him. He's like, "Yep, they're still making money off of me."
Running a business ages you, right?
So, all right, y'all, make it a great week. Talk to you next time.
Goodbye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Morning Grind podcast by Service Alliance Group. Subscribe to our channel and make sure you visit our website at servicealliancegroup.com for appliance repair business resources.